Hey people, what's going on? Welcome to Real Tough Talk. Tough Talk.
How is that even possible?
Tough Talk. Whoa!
Stephen J. Partner goes,
Show some respect. You did not answer the question.
he's a bad man.
Bad man.
He's a bad. He finally said it.
The slipper's gone. The dress has holes in it. The cart turned into a pumpkin again. So what else you gonna do?
This team couldn't cover a twin mattress with a king size sheet.
Lights out season.
Lights out for you. Let's get as quick into the game as possible because I am not staying in this wig longer than I have to.
I want to part. Play it out, Wills, while you're talking this game.
What is going on? What is going on, people? I'm so excited. I'm thankful that you're able to join us back on the set of Real Tough Talk. I'm Stephen J. I'm here with my partner Ghost, and we're excited to be a part of this new BQFL season. They brung us in. They wanted us to be a part of it, and we're so excited to be here.
I mean, it's a long time coming. Throughout the year, I've been hearing guys, that's playing in BQFL say, yo, are y'all coming back to, BQFL? Is Real Tough Talk gonna cover our games or whatever? So I always get those requests, and to see that we are able to finalize it and start covering these games, I'm excited. I don't know about y'all, but I know I'm excited to cover these games again.
And shout out to the commissioner, Darren, for bringing us in, and the BQFL staff, giving the players what they wanted. We fresh off a Street Bowl 2. We was a part of that. You should be seeing that sometime soon. We're able to cover it, commentate it, have our own little segment. So now, Real Tough Talk is going national.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're excited. But we're going to jump into the step of going into the BQFL. And we got a lot of good teams, man. Today we'll be covering the B division. And a lot of good teams here, a lot of good competition. But, it's the first week. So similar to, you would say, like a preseason in NFL. You're going to have a lot of teams that don't have a lot of guys. You know what I mean? And I think you might not see the best football, but you're definitely going to see some football.
And the thing about it is, in the first week, it's always teams trying to get the feel of, their game, find out where they are in terms of, their team structure, find out how the defense, other teams are playing. So it's all about getting your feel, the feel of the game again. That's pretty much what the first week is. Similar to like how you said the preseason, you're getting your feel of the game back from a hiatus, and that's why you're gonna see some teams maybe not play at the high octane that they usually would, but it's because they're getting their mojo. They're trying to get their mojo into the game.
And speaking on that, the first game we're gonna jump into is Shockers versus Braulio. Braulio's actually the YGs.
Yes.
They're playing for their fallen brother. And this is I believe, the 2-year anniversary of Braulio's passing. As you can see, the guys come together. And definitely, it's a heartbreaking time. But that's why football is great, because you have an opportunity to hide your emotions, your personal emotions in it, or you have an opportunity to, show the world how you feel in a positive way by, basically playing the sport that you love.
I mean, obviously, when certain things, go down, life is tough, things like that. Sometimes you have to have an avenue to, address that pain and to try to, keep yourself off, or at least keep yourself moving, focused on something that's going to keep you, your mind not necessarily off it, but, focus on something positive. And when you are able to do something that you love, like play football the way these guys do, it has a certain healing effect that helps you get through some of the worst pain that you can deal with. And that's why I love football so much.
And and they're playing a tough team in the Shockers. Now, they're playing a very dangerous quarterback in Ramsey. I think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the B division. If he can put it all together, I always like to say he's the Brett Favre of touch football, because he can make any throw, and his biggest problem is he can make any throw. So, but this team is formidable. This is definitely a team that can compete. And, they're facing YGs in a very tough time in the season.
Yeah.
When they're trying to get over this, go through the stuff that happened to their fallen teammate. And I think it's a tough thing to have to face a team like Shockers coming into the week that this is.
And that's why guys like Dave and Asa have to lead. They have to keep this team together, and they have to, actually have, the game plan for everybody else to follow. These guys got to lead by example by playing hard and doing whatever they can to help this team succeed. So it's up to them. And I feel like Asa, I'm speaking as him as a quarterback because he's the one quarterbacking for this team right now.
Right.
He's a quarterback that has an arm that can reach any part of the field. I give him that. But the thing is, when he has a good game, he can kill you. When he has a bad game, he can hurt his own team. So that's the thing. It's about which Asa you get on the field. And, depending on the first drive or whatever, we're going to get to see which Asa we're going to see in this game.
All right, we're going to jump on the game right now. We're going to have Shockers getting the ball 4-out as YGs go onside. So they're going to give Ramsey a short field. Second down, Ramsey throws the keys in the middle for a nice gain. Third down, Ramsey throws the E in the middle, who runs it in the end zone for the touchdown. Zori gets the 2-point conversion, 8-zip. And if you look here, Ramsey attacks Asa on both plays to find E in the end zone.
And one thing about Ramsey, he is not afraid of taking shots against anybody. I've seen him go against the best out there and still put up numbers. So this man, when he is in rhythm, he can kill any defense. He is a nightmare out there. And when he's able to find these guys, he's going to go through any defender to do so. And he starts catching Asa and this defense sleeping with a quick score here.
YG's going to get the ball in the next series. Second down at the 20. Asa throws to Lewis in the gap. Ozzy just misses him. Lewis shakes Zayed, runs for a big gain to opposing 20-yard line in the first down. These are the plays that YGs have to make. They got a little emotion on their side. They're going to try to come out and you try to contain some of that emotion, but you're able to push it on the field, and we see here on this big play right here.
And this is a play that's much needed after a quick score. They need to hit the ground running, and that's exactly what they do with this big play. Lewis keeping the drive going by making some moves and getting some space and getting some big yardage out there.
Second down after a short pass, Asa on 5 rush with blocking by Fred, runs to the 4-yard line. 4th and goal, Asa finds Chris in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. Ty gets the 2-point conversion, 8-8. YG strike right back.
And Asa and this offense was not rattled by what happened on the other side of the ball. They were able to score and score quick right back. If they're able to keep this momentum, I see them competing with this Shockers team, which is a devastating offense. But I think that if they can keep this momentum, they can keep up.
Ramsey again. YGs try to go onside. They don't get it again, giving Ramsey another short field. First down, Ramsey throws a Welch on the side for a decent gain. Second down, Ramsey throws a tie open in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. If you look here, Asa and McDonald don't talk, leaving them open. 14-8, Shockers score right back.
And the thing about this play is when you're not communicating on the side, you're not seeing the guys on the back end of your space. So if you see here with Asa, he doesn't see that Ty is behind him open. So he's not able to back up and guard him there. So the communication between McDonald and Asa would have helped him be able to defend this play better. If they don't, and because of that, Ramsey takes that shot and Ty gets the touchdown.
14-8 Shockers. YGs get the ball. Third down after a few plays. Asa throws the VIP open in the gap for a nice game, picking up the first down. VIP is a guy that I think is one of the most underrated players in touch football as far as in the BQFL. This guy is a playmaker. You got to find a way to get him the ball. He kind of struggles when it comes to catching with his hands. I always say it. He don't like it, but he's not able to consistently prove me wrong, but at the end of the day, he makes a catch here. Second down after a short pass, he throws the VIP again in the back of the end zone. That one's going to be dropped incomplete, and that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
VIP gets mad, saying, I can catch with my hands. No, he can't. He's not consistent. Everybody knows the one weakness in VIP game is he cannot consistently catch with his hands, and that's a big drop there. Third down, Asa throws to Dave on the sideline, getting to the 5-yard line. Dave is very important. They got to find a way to keep this guy in the offense, get him the ball. He's also the A quarterback, so he can call plays, wait for Asa to find him there. 4th and goal, Asa throws a watch me cutting in the back of the end zone with contact from Ozzy. The pass is dropped. Turnover on downs, Shockers with the stop.
And this is them able to close in on the defense. Ozzy is a physical middle he's a physical middle linebacker type player, so he's able to put hands on Watch Me on this play. Watch Me, it looked like he thought that the ball was tipped, He's not prepared for that pass to get through to his hands. He's not able to grab it as Ozzy puts on the contact. That is a huge drop. Regardless of the situation, he has to hold on to that ball. He doesn't, and it leads to a turnover.
Right now, remember, the score is 14-8. Shocker. Ramsey with 2 passes to eat for a nice game, picking up the first down. With time running out in a half, Asa calls a timeout. I didn't understand this on the field. He allowed Ramsey to save time by calling a timeout for him. That is a big mistake by Asa, I think.
And the thing about this play is I think that Asa was instinctively calling timeout to kind of rally his defense and talk to them, but he's not thinking about the time on the clock. It's running. You're giving Ramsey extra time by stopping the clock. So I get that he's trying to, rally the defense and talk to them and try to get them in the right space. But this is not the time to call timeout because you're giving Ramsey, the gunslinger out there, an opportunity to score again before the half.
Wolpe's going to make him pay for it because on second down with 11 seconds left, Ramsey finds Welch cutting in the middle of the end zone for the touchdown. If you look here, Ace is not shifting over, leaves VIP guarding 2, and Ramsey attacks him. They're going to go for 2. Ramsey finds Damo in the end zone. Great catch by this kid right here for the 2-point conversion. 22-8 going into half. Shockers with the lead.
Listen, normally we don't show the conversion plays or whatever, but this was a nice catch by Damu, so we had to give him a shout out on that. That's some good effort to get them that extra 2 points towards the half. But if you look at this play here with the touchdown, this is all communication. That's not what they're doing right now. And again, this is the Asa not being able to shift, not knowing where the receiver is, as they both cut in front of VIP. VIP can only pick up one person. By the time VIP reacts, Ramsey's able to throw that pass right in between the defenders, right to Welsh for the touchdown there.
Score's 22-8. YG should be ashamed of themselves. They played a terrible first half. First of all, the onsides, it don't work. You
Not
went,
against this
You
team.
went onside 3 times and didn't get the ball back. You went onside twice and didn't get the ball back. Ramsey was able to score on 3rd down. He was able to score on 2nd down, and he was able to score on 2nd down. He drove down on the 3rd drive. He drove down the field, and after getting the first, scored on 2nd down with 11 seconds left. That can't happen. And Asa is playing one of the worst games I've ever seen him play. If you look on the first drive, the first touchdown, Ramsey went after Asa. If you look at the second drive, Ramsey went after Asa because him and McDonald ain't talking. And if you look at the third drive, Asa not shifting, leaving VIP guarding 2 people. Gives up the touchdown. Now, this is my problem, why I hate having defenders. Quarterbacks play both ways. Asa's struggling on offense and is leaking over to his defense. Or you could say he's struggling on defense and it's leaking over to his offense. Now, mind you, he only had the ball twice. But I think it can affect him because he's focused on scoring, that he's not playing defense. So he had the ball twice, only scored once. It's not a big deal. 2 big drops by his offense.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that is hurting him defensively. And I don't like it, and that's why they're down right now, 22-8.
I mean, right now, when it comes to Shockers, there's not much to say that's not positive for this team right now. That's not positive. So my thing is, Ramsey throwing accurately, not forcing the ball when he doesn't need to, and is able to find his receivers open in the gaps. He is challenging his defense, and he is succeeding. Ramsey's going to keep taking shots. I don't see him slowing down now.
All right, we're going to have YG's getting the ball in the second half. They're going to get the ball, and it's going to be at the 20-yard line. And what I don't like about this is, if you look at the kickoff, they're getting pushed back. They're getting pushed around. Shockers is more of a finesse team. They're not a powerhouse team. They're not physical. They're pushing YGs around, making tags. They smell blood and water, and they're going after him now. Second down, Asa throws a Dave in the middle for a short gain. Third down, Asa on 5 rush, throws the Beaver in the gap, off target, incomplete. YGs have to punt. That was not a great drive coming out of halftime, being down 2 touchdowns. They're not looking good. They haven't scored in the last 2 possessions, and they're hurting themselves right now.
And the thing about what this Shockers team is doing is they're daring this YG's team to drive down the field. They're starting him at the 20-yard line. They're starting him at the 10. They're starting him at the 25. So they're forcing Asa to throw on offense and drive down the field. And they know that Asa's not having the best game of his life right now. So they're forcing and daring him to drive down the field, something that this YG's team is not successful in doing so far.
Second down, Ramsey with the throw on the sideline is going to be caught but out of bounds. The Shockers can't get the ball any farther, so they're going to punt, making YGs go 4 and out. That was the first stop of the day that YGs had, and that was finally they stuck down and they played defense. Second down, after a short pass, Asa throws to Lewis, cutting the gap. Ozzie gets a hand in it, incomplete. Third down, Asa throws to Dave on the sideline, who dodges the tag and runs for a nice gain. Dave is a good target. Asa has to find him more in the gap, and that's going to open up the outsides for a guy like That's going to open up the outsides for a guy like VIP. That's going to open up the outsides for Ty. They can get more offensive players involved if he can keep the ball to Dave in the middle. Great pass there. Fourth down, Asa on 5 rush with pressure from Zori. Throws the Beaver in the back of the end zone. Picked off by Welch, giving it back to them in a touchback. If you look here, Show misses the block. Show does not block. Show should never block, because this is what happened. Terrible play by YG.
And then they were completely off page on that play right there. First of all, like you said, Show should not block. If you look here, there's no way that he was blocking Zuri on this play. All Zuri did was make one move, and he was able to run around him and is able to put pressure on Asa. So this whole play was terrible. Let's just say that. Bad blocking. Asa didn't have time, had to force the pass, ends up being picked off. They're not doing any favors by playing right now, and all they're doing is giving the ball right back to Shockers.
Second down, after a short pass, Ramsey throws deep to Keys in the back of the end zone, knocked away by Tuff. Fourth down, after another short pass, Ramsey throws a Zuri in the sideline for a decent game, picking up the first down. If you look here, VIP's playing more of a soft coverage, gives him too much space. First down. Ramsey throws a Zayd open on the sideline for a nice game, getting him to the 5-yard line. If you look here, nobody shifts and picks him up. Second and goal, Ramsey on 5 rush, runs on the sideline into the end zone for the touchdown, ending the game 28-8. Shocker.
This was complete dominance by the Shockers team. They came out here in week 1 and they were able to fire on all cylinders. We was talking about certain teams not being able to, play that high octane football in the first week. We can't say that about the Shockers. They came out firing from the first drive all the way to the end. They did not slow down, and they took advantage of all the chances that this YG's team gave them, and they were able to take advantage and go away with a blowout win in this game.
You're being nice. Shout out to the Shockers for the win. YG's played terrible. It's a team game.
Yeah.
It's always a team game. But this is on Asa. Asa played terrible all around. From not communicating defensively to, I think he played terrible defensively.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put it on him offensively. But when we talk about a defensive game, the first 3 touchdowns was on him. It was in the facility on the first 3 touchdowns. Then in the second half, they make a stop, and then they score. They give up another touchdown. Do you know Ramsey never had to go for it on 4th down to score? He scored on 3rd down. He scored on 2nd down. He scored on 2nd down, and he scored again on 2nd down. That is terrible. They never even had opportunity to try to stop him on 4th down in the red zone. Remember, they stopped him earlier where he punted.
Yeah.
But they never had a chance to stop him. Every time this man was in the red zone, he scored.
Yeah.
YG's played terrible, and they need to figure it out. Now, they had a lot of emotions going on. You give them a pass. I'm going to give them a pass. But they played terrible. It has to be questioned, is Asa should be on the defense, or should he just focus on quarterbacking and not playing 2 ways? Because if he plays like this season, it's going to be a very long season. I'm surprised because I've coached this guy, and he was a great defender. I loved him on defense. He didn't show it today. He had a lot going on. This team had a lot going on, so you give him a pass. But I think he was exposed defensively. I think he was frustrated defensively. And I think Ramsey, who I think is possibly the best quarterback in the B division, exposed him today.
I mean, what else can you say but that? And you say a lot of times that it's hard for a quarterback to focus on quarterbacking when they also have to play defense. So after the mistake that they made on offense, there's no time to recover and figure out their next strategy because they're on defense, playing defense. So it's hard for you to collect yourself when you're still on the field. So maybe they have to make those adjustments moving forward, because if not, they're going to struggle throughout the season. And it's all up on Asa to figure out what they're doing moving forward.
And this guy's got to catch the damn ball.
Yes, so they didn't do him any favors.
If VIP wants to be labeled as one of the best in this league, he has to catch the ball.
Yeah.
I'm tired of him telling me, yo, I can't catch. Just because you make a catch here and there with your hands once in a while, a broken clock is right twice a day.
But I'm going to say this. I'm going to end our critique here because we're forgetting that this is week 1. We could go and talk about the criticisms about this team all day, but let's just leave it alone for now. Let's see if they can fix these mistakes, because this is week 1. That's going to be what most teams are going to say.
Okay.
This is week 1.
Okay.
So let's, ease it up a little bit. So we're going to do that. We're going to do them a favor, and we're going to take it easy for week 1. But if we still see these issues still come back, then it's no holds barred to the criticism that we give him.
Do you know that 60% of the teams that got blown out game 1 end up losing in the first round of the playoffs?
Listen,
that's not. But I just made that up.
So,
I made that up.
Yeah, so
that'd been cool,
let's
right?
not force that. Again, that sounds cool, but
usually my numbers is right, but I made that one.
You just that out of somewhere.
That'd been cool.
Let's just leave it alone.
We're gonna watch.
Yeah,
we're gonna watch.
All
right, we're gonna wrap this one up. Shockers with the blowout win over YG's 28-8. We'll be right back.
You didn't know. Stay tuned. The Shockers is back. Stay tuned.
We back.
Stay tuned.
Nothing
We
to
here.
say. Nothing to say.
We here.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back, people. Next game we want to talk about is New Breed versus Gravediggers. And the big thing about this game is you have BQFL's very own one of the favorite quarterbacks and personalities in the league, Sarge, making a comeback. For guys that don't know, Sarge had his leg amputated. One of his feet, I would say, amputated. So he's playing on a prosthetic leg, and we're gonna get an interview from him at the end of the game. But he wants to play. He wanted to go out on his own terms. So he wanted to give it a last hurrah, give it a last opportunity to bring a championship home. And I could say nothing but respect for this guy for trying. Sarge has a strong personality.
Yeah.
And I got to know him over the years, and I may not agree with everything he says, but he's not a bad guy. You know what I mean? Sometimes his emotion gets him, but that could be said about any one of us. But I think it's very respectable. No matter if you love, hate, dislike, favor him, you gotta respect the fact that this man is coming on the field in a prosthetic leg and not allowing this situation to stop him from playing the game he loves.
One thing that you could say is he loves football just like the next guy, and he's willing to, like you said, walk away from it on his own terms. He didn't let his situation stop him and sideline him from playing. And you respect him 100% for that. And I'm sure that that's why his guys is willing to rally for him and play as hard as they possibly can and make something happen for this guy. So, he's, not looking to, think that everything's going to be easy.
Yeah, and he don't want a pity party.
Yes, exactly.
That's one thing I'm going to say. I'm going to make that very clear.
Yeah.
Sarge does not want a pity party.
Yeah, that's exactly the words that I was looking for, and you just kind of said it. He's not looking for a pity party. He's looking to play and get as far as he possibly can in his own terms. And let's see how far this team with him is able to rally and get as far as they can.
And he's playing a Gravediggers team that's a well-known team in this league, led by their owner, Josh. Definitely a good dude. He gets a little emotional in the game, but that's that's just his passion, man. I got to know this guy. He's a really good guy, and he has a really good quarterback.
Yeah.
Chino has one of the best arms in the game. His decision making may be a little questionable, but the dude can fling that ball around the yard.
And I think that that's what they're gonna bank on, pretty much. I think that he's gonna be taking shots and attacking the defense. And I think that if he's able to, I believe that if he's able to make the proper decisions, he can have a good game out.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if I'm looking at New Breed's defense and a lot of guys that's playing on defense, I'm not seeing a lot of speed.
Yeah, they're
on
very
this team.
short-handed.
They're short-handed, but with the guys that they have, I don't see too much speed out there. So so based on that, you see the Gravediggers have an opportunity to take advantage of that, and it's up to Chino to be able to do that on the field. Let's see what happens.
We're gonna jump right in the game. Gravediggers getting the ball. Chino throws to Hemsky in the middle for a decent game, picking up the first down. Then Chino throws deep to Reem, opening the back of the end zone for the touchdown. You look here, nobody sees him as he runs down the sideline. Chino finds him, 6-0, Gravediggers.
And already this defense is not able to see certain receivers running down on the sideline.
You can't see him when he was invisible?
No, it's not even that.
Yeah, the cloaking device?
You know what it is? Everybody's focused on the quarterback, and you see it by the way that they're looking, and you see the receiver run right down the sideline, cut into the gap right there, and none of the defenders is able to see where he's at. It's too late. Chino sees him, and he's able to hit him quick with that touchdown pass.
Yeah. Gravediggers gonna go onside. It's gonna bounce off of New Breed, and Gravediggers are gonna get the ball back in position to have opportunity to score again. That is a big mistake by New Breed. We don't even see Sarge get opportunity in his first possession because they can't even recover the onside.
And it seems like they got caught sleeping here. And again, because they lacked the speed, they weren't able to go ahead and get that ball. They weren't able to react in time, and that's why Gravediggers was able to take advantage and recover this onside throw to get the ball right back.
First down, Chino throws deep in the back of the end zone, picked off by Darnell, who runs it to the 48-yard line, giving the ball back to New Breed. And this is the stuff that I said about Chino. The guy has one of the strongest arms in the league, but his decision-making is questionable. You just got the ball back after just scoring a touchdown. Why would you take a shot? And the guy you take a shot at can jump out of the gym, gets an easy interception, big mistake by Chino. This is what kills me about Chino. I mean, that's a terrible turnover. Gives New Breed not only momentum, but the ball back. Now we're gonna see Sarge makes his debut. Second down, Sarge hands the ball off to AK, who runs in the gap for a decent game. Third down, Sarge with a screen pass to Gutter, who runs on the sideline. Nice game, good blocking by Darnell. This team can run the football. They go screens, they go, and this is something that Sarge, don't think because of Sarge just coming back and being a little limited on certain things, that he's not going to go with the same process that he's always done.
All right.
Sarge has always been a running team, and they're going to do what Sarge knows what they do best. Fourth and goal, Sarge throws it up to Darnell in the back of the end zone, picked off by Killer, giving it right back to Gravediggers. That's a bad decision by Sarge. If you look here on this play, if you look here, first of all, Sarge glances to the left, but he's focused on the right. He's focused on Darnell. If you look here, he has a guy open right here on the left, but he throws a jump ball. Fine. If you're going to do that, fine. Look where he puts the jump ball. There's no way that Killer can jump with Darnell. But because where Sarge put the ball, Killer was able to make a play. Great interception, getting the ball right back to Gravediggers.
But the thing about this play is, Killer was already in good position to pick off that ball. That ball was thrown short. And if Sarge was able to throw it over Killer's head, I think that Darnell had an opportunity to get that. But besides that, you got to look at the other side of the field. You clearly saw that Sarge was going for the jump over Darnell.
Yeah.
And this defense was able, and Killer was able to see that and attack the ball right away. So if Sarge is going to go for these plays, he cannot sell it too much because they're going to read it and they're going to be able to react to it, and that's exactly what happened here.
Remember, the game is 6-0 Gravediggers. Chino with two short passes getting him to the 45-yard line. Fourth down, Chino on 5 rush, runs on the sideline and gets the first down at the 50. Chino runs so slow, but he knows when to run, runs for a big first down. Great play by him there. Second down, Chino throws deep to Hemsky in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Reem gets the extra point, 13-0 Gravediggers. If you look here, Darnell gets caught watching the quarterback. Remember, Darnell had a pick earlier. Chino comes right back at him, and you cannot give Chino an opening because he's going to take a shot. and find Hemsky. Hemsky is another player that guys don't really talk about offensively, but he makes plays. Big play by him. He made a play earlier in the game. Chino finds him 13-0. Great thing.
And this New Breed defense is not playing their best out there. First of all, yes, they are short, but the guys that they have here, like I said earlier, they're getting beat in speed-wise, and because certain guys are watching the quarterback's eyes, they're not able to react. And guys like Hemsky are going to find opening and gaps, and you're not going to give Chino an opportunity that he's not going to go for. He takes the shot and leads to a touchdown here.
Sarge gets the ball back. He's starting at the 45-yard line. Sarge on first down throws the AK in the middle, who pitches it as he gets tagged. The ball is caught by Chino, but the ref said he was tagged. First down, New Breed. Was it a fumble? Now, if you look here, I think the pitch, right? I think he just got tagged here. It could go either way. I don't understand why would you do that, but I think they dodged the bullet because I think he just got tagged before they pitch. What do you think?
And the thing is, if you have to really slow it down, we always say it, if you really have to slow it down to the nanosecond, then it could go either way. That's a bang-bang play right there. But that was a terrible decision that was made in the first place. You have no reason to pitch it to anybody at that point. Just get tagged, take the yardage that was given to you, and move on to the next play. You don't need to take risks like this because it can lead to turnovers, or you giving them the ball freely. And because of that, they dodge a bullet, but they can't make a mistake like that.
Well, Sarge takes 3 short passes in the gap for a decent game. Nobody's guarding short, and Sarge will take it. 4th and goal with blocking from Speedy. Sarge finds AK in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. If you look here, nobody helps to give on a rush. 13-6. Sarge throws his first touchdown pass in several years. Great play by him there.
And the thing about this play here, Sarge takes his time. Sarge ain't going nowhere, so he's relying on the block to give him that extra time, and that's exactly what he does.
And Speedy with great blocks.
Yes, and the thing about this is the more time you give a quarterback, the harder it is to stop this play because the receivers are going to find an opening eventually. There's but so much a defense is going to be able to do when they're given that much time, and that's exactly what happened. The defense broke down, and Sarge was able to throw a touchdown pass there.
Gravediggers with the kick return getting the first down, going 4 and out now. Second down after a short run, Chino on 5 rush throws the tree in the gap for a decent gain. Third down, Chino throws to Josh in the middle, almost picked by Speedy. Gravediggers can't get a score before the halftime is going to take us into the half. 13-6 Gravediggers.
And right now, Gravediggers have the momentum. They were able to start off right away, putting up 2 points, two touchdowns. The thing about Chino is he made a mistake throwing interception back to New Breed early in the game, but otherwise, he's been making good decisions. He was running the ball when he didn't have to force anything, keeping the drive going, and finding guys downfield because he knows that these guys can't really keep up. They don't have a lot of speed out there. They have some height with some of their players, but speed is not something this New Breed team has on the field right now on defense, and Chino is taking advantage of that, and that's why they have the lead right now.
Well, on New Breed side, listen, we already gave shout to Sarge for playing. We gave him the respect. Now you're a football player.
Yeah.
Nothing else matters. You did all the mushy stuff in the beginning of the game. Everybody showed you love, appreciate it. Now you're a football player. This team missed it onside that they lost the ball on. His second drive, he threw an interception, but then he's able to score on his third drive. We can see him starting to move the ball, getting a little more comfortable, takes the short dump offs. They run the ball. Gives them time to score. At the end of the day, Sarge has to prove that he belongs on this field. Yeah. It's not about saying, I have the courage to play. You got to prove that he belongs. He did that with scoring. He's going to have to keep the scoring up just to get the guys more relaxed, especially being that they're very short-handed. So we're going to jump into the second half, 13-6. New Breed gets the ball. It's 4 and out right now. Sarge hands it to Speedy with block and runs for a nice gain, getting to the 7-yard line. New Breed can run the ball. Speedy's not known for running. He's known for blocking. But the blocking is so great. All he has to do is follow it. Great run by them there, get him to the 7-yard line. 4th and goal. Sarge hands it to Speedy with blocking, runs it into the end zone for the touchdown. 13-12, New Breed jumps right back in.
And they were able to drive on the ball. They were able to drive just by running the ball. that is the proof that they have the size to keep this moving, to keep the ball moving on the ground. And if they're able to do this and keep the Gravediggers from making plays on defense, the Gravediggers have a problem on their hands because they were able to score on 3 plays, on 3 running plays getting into the end zone.
Gravediggers is going to get the ball at the 40-yard line after a penalty gets them the first down. Chino throws to Josh on the sideline for a decent gain. Then Chino throws to Hemsky in the middle of the end zone. Contact from Darnell, the pass is dropped. Hemsky has to catch that ball. Chino's getting more comfortable throwing the ball, looking for him. He's got to catch that ball. I know it's some contact, but this is football. You got to catch that. Third down, Chino will block it from the tree. Throws a ream, cutting in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. 19-12. You cannot give Chino that much time. His arm is too strong. He eventually will find somebody, and he throws a strike, getting them back 19-12. Great things.
And the thing about it is, like I said before, when you give a quarterback time and these receivers that they have the advantage on speed against this New Breed defense, it's a recipe for disaster. You put these two things together and it's going to lead to points. And that is why Chino is so successful in this game. He's able to put yet another touchdown on the board for his team.
After getting the first down, Sarge on second down throws the Speedy in the gap, who runs for a nice gain at the 20-yard line. Speedy is more involved in the offense. He's showing the reason why they call him Speedy, because he has some moves. He can turn up when he has to. Great play there. Fourth down, Sarge throws it up to Clifton, but Darnell jumps over 2 defenders, catches the ball for the touchdown. Clifton gets the extra point. 19-19. They score back and tie the game. That is a good play by them.
And when I say this guy, Darnell, is the biggest guy on the field, he is a guy that he towers over everybody else, and he can jump out the gym. So, of course, Sarge is going to throw it up to him. It didn't look like he was throwing it to Clinton, but maybe my eyes deceived me because Darnell was able to jump over 2 defenders and get it easily. So it may have been a pass that was to him all along. Darnell makes it look that way with that touchdown catch right there.
Chino gets the ball back. He throws to Josh in the gap for a decent gain, picking up the first down. Next down, Chino on 5 rush runs for a short gain, holding on the blocker, but the penalty is declined. Second down. Third down, Chino throws to Tree in the middle for a short gain. Fourth down, on 5 rush, Tree misses the block. Chino throws the ream in the back of the end zone, picked off by AK, with blocking from Speedy, runs it all the way to the 20-yard line. Great play by this New Breed defense.
This was good decision making by this New Breed defense. They were able to decline the flag, which takes away a down, which forces them to put more pressure on his offense to make a play happen. They lead it to 4th down, forces a throw, they get an interception and some big yardage, putting them in good position to score right back. That's great defense by this.
I think that was on Tree. He missed the block.
Yes.
The pressure come up between Chino's face. Chino trying to make a play. Tree has to hold the block.
Yeah.
He don't, and that causes a turnover. Last play of the game, Sarge throws it to Mel in the corner of the end zone. Caught, but he doesn't get past the end zone. That's going to be a turnover on downs, taking us into overtime. 19-19, first week of the season, first game of the season for both teams, and we going into overtime.
And the crazy thing is, this Gravediggers team had the momentum. They didn't slow down that much because they were still able to score another time in the second half, but they were not able to stop this New Breed team from scoring a couple touchdowns in the second half. They were down, then they scored twice in a row, and because of that, they're right back in the game. They end up tying the game, and now it's anybody's game at the end of the day.
We're going to jump right into overtime. Sarge gets the ball first. First down, Sarge throws it to Kumo on the sideline, who makes the catch over Reem for a big gain, getting to the 10-yard line. That is a huge play. One thing Sarge can do is he throws the ball to his receivers and gives them an opportunity to make plays, and these guys are making plays for him.
And this looks like a mismatch right here because Kumo outsizes the defender right there. He was able to jump and get it right over him easily, put right in place where he can get it. That's a huge play right off the gate, and they're able to connect with some good yardage and they're good they're in scoring position here.
Third down, Sarge throws to Darnell, cutting in the back of the end zone, just tipped by Killer, and it's going to be dropped by Darnell. Fourth down, Sarge throws a Kumo in the front of the end zone, picked off by Joey, giving the ball right back to Gravediggers as they're able to make a stop in overtime, and Sarge was not able to score.
And this is one thing. This is the drawback of, him and his condition. There's no more oomph in that throw. And because he's not able to step into it, that gives the defender time. That ball stays in the air a little bit too long, and Joey's able to come and snag that ball for the interception. That is a huge play for this Gravediggers defense because Kumo was open for that touchdown, but because the ball stayed in the air, that an extra second Joe was able to get the interception.
Gravediggers get the ball. First down, 5 rush. Chino passes blocked by Melo at giver, incomplete. Third down, 3rd and long. Chino on 5 rush throws a cocky on the sideline. That's going to be incomplete. 4th down, Chino throws it up, picked off by Darnell. Ending the game in overtime, 19-19. Big game, exciting game. Both teams little short-handed, made some mistakes, so they're both going to end in the tie.
The thing about it is, I think that they both shared in the momentum back and forth. They both made mistakes in this game, which kept the other team in the game on both sides. So obviously we said that these guys are short-handed, so they're not playing their best out there, but they were still able to put up touchdowns when they needed to. You know, they weren't able to clean it up by making some of the extra points, and I think that was key to why this game ends in a tie. Both teams have to clean that up by making those extra points. Those are key right there, and those are game winners that neither team was able to get to take to seal a deal with this game.
And before we wrap this up, we're gonna talk to both quarterbacks from both teams, starting with Sarge. What's going on, Stephen J? Real Tough Talk. Here with my man Sarge, quarterback of New Breed. First of all, much respect to you. Sarge is playing on a prosthetic leg. Always told us that he guaranteed he will be back on the field, and he made it back his first game back. Chino K has shown him some love for that. One question before I ask you anything else: why? What was the point?
First, they told me I couldn't do it, but more importantly, my son wanted to see me play one last time. And then I started my organization in 2009, and my teammate at the time, he passed away. So this make 10 years that, he's been passed away. So I figured, if I'm going to go out, this is my last season, I'm going to go out, representing him. Everybody know we the Ravens color because that's my team, but he's a Jets fan. So I switched the colors, because of him. And then, I have no goals and no expectations set, just out there to have fun and play.
You started out kind of slow in the first half. Second half, you was able to turn it up, scoring 13 points. What was the change in the second half?
Just getting used to being back out there, the atmosphere. Getting used to it, seeing, reading defenses and calling plays. Just one game at a time.
You got some guys that could jump out the gym, and you showed it today.
And we were shorthand today, so people played out of position. But, I'll take a tie with what we got versus what we going later on down the line. So it was a good game overall.
Got to tell me about that running game. Y'all was getting those babies out of the street. What's up with that?
We got the manpower for the running game. Manpower. And nobody could with us in the running game. Excuse my language, but nobody could with us in the running game.
How much did Sarge impress you today?
100%. He out here playing on one leg. Literally, one leg. And he got them throws down the field. He's moving us down the field. We're not stagnant. And we doing what we do. If we had the rest of our pieces and everybody was playing Iron Man today, we would have had more points, and we would have put up more numbers.
Last question. People say you here just make a run, having fun. I know you. You're here to win a championship.
100%.
Tell me something about that.
You'd be wrong if you approach any season saying you don't want to win a championship. That's the ultimate goal. I've been there before, and I talk to him a lot about anything I do now with the organization. We converse a lot. I've been there before. I've won it. If we decide, if we get there and we win it, then kudos. That's a plus. You understand what I'm saying? But it'd be asinine if you don't approach the season saying you want to win a championship. But we out there to have fun and take it one game at a time.
All right, they're going in.
I'm popping my shit. We're going to be there. Final four or nothing.
They're going in the tie with Gravediggers. Way to start out the first game, and they were sure having. Watch this team come in the regular season because they're here for a championship. What's going on? I'm here with Chino, quarterback of Gravediggers. Came away with a tie, 19-19. What happened? You seemed hot in the first half. Second half, you wasn't with the same momentum. What happened?
My pinched nerve is just hurt. It's killing me, man. The first half looked good. I don't know what happened second half, man.
How impressed with you with Sarge, the way he's throwing on a prosthetic leg, at least coming out here and trying to compete?
He's looking good. So far, looking good.
Y'all came out short team, didn't really have a lot of guys. Was that expected? You already knew, or was it kind of a last-minute thing?
Nah, that was a last-minute thing. I feel like if all my guys was here, we would have won.
What could my fans and my people get ready to expect watching Chino throw on Real Tough Talk?
A chip this season. I promise you that.
All right, we're going to thank Chino. One thing I'm going to tell you about this guy, you will be excited with him. He talks, but he has one of the strongest arms in the league. So we'll see what he can do. We're going to wish him good luck. All right.
Great game. Shout out to Sarge and Chino for the interviews. I'm gonna take what I saw from New Breed. They're shorthanded. That was obvious. They need to get more playmakers in. They got two guys that could jump out the gym, in Kumo and Darnell. So they're gonna make plays. Speedy's gonna buy time for Sarge to throw, and this team can run the ball well. They started out slow, so that could be expected. What I thought what was great, the positive Sarge can take away from this game, 3 touchdowns he scored was on 4th down.
Mm-hmm.
He threw 2, and they ran 1, all on 4th down. That is a big confidence booster when you know you can score on 4th down. We just seen Ramsey score on 1st and 2nd down.
Yeah.
And 2nd and 3rd down, the first game. Sarge scored, all 3 scores was on 4th down. The bad part, Sarge is not mobile at all. He's not going to be able to run the ball. So you're putting a lot on Speedy. Speedy has to protect him. Whoever comes to block has to protect Sarge. Sarge cannot step into the throw completely. Now, maybe that's something he can get used to as the season goes. Remember, this is his first game.
Yeah.
So, one, he need receivers. The receivers have to give him a little more separation because he can't make the throws if the receivers can't make any separation. 2, they have to be able to run the ball consistently just to make the secondary respect Sarge's throw. Sarge has always been a quarterback that can throw the ball up, but he's usually been a little accurate. And because his inability to fully step into the pass as of now, the teams are going to dare him. So they have to be able to run the ball efficiently. And the other side, their defense has to get better. You know, they made some stops. They was able to make 3 interceptions, but I think that was basically because Chino made some bad throws.
Yeah.
If they can get all that together, I think they'll be a good team. They got to understand there's a lot of good teams in this division. Blackout, Shockers. Those are teams with good quarterbacks. So Sarge is going to either slow the game down with the run game or give his guys a chance to make plays on the thought. But they have to figure out what style they're going to come. They're going to have to learn on the fly.
And just quickly on this Gravediggers team, them giving up 3 touchdowns on 4th down, that is a killer on your defense. You gotta stop drives. And if you're giving up points on 4th down, that is a momentum killer, not only for the defense, but for the offense. That deflates the offense. So now it puts more pressure on them to put up points. That's one thing. 2, they got to be physical out there. A couple of plays was made because some of these guys are jumping out the gym over them, but they're not putting bodies on them. They got to do that to force incomplete passes. Put a body on them. Maybe the ball will come out. They got to put a body on them. That's another thing. And my last point is Chino. He threw 3 interceptions out there. The first one was a defining interception, which shows that he was going to throw more so of those throughout the game. Because it was just a forced pass. He didn't need to throw it. And that was bad decisions that you talked about earlier he had in this game. You clean that up, he makes better decisions, they win this game. He can't afford to make mistakes like that and force plays like that he doesn't need to. Because of that, they go home with a tie instead of a win.
All right, we're going to wrap this game up. 19-19 tie. Both teams got to come up with their regular team, their full squad, because it doesn't get any easier. It gets a little harder in this B division. We're going to be right back.